got some injuries, got a big guy out. That means they're playing some people like Goldman, who hasn't played a defensive center any. He's having to play that some.
We got the starting lineups. Those are presented by Legends Bank. Legendary service, extraordinary people, Legends Bank. It is senior night, of course, the final home game of the season. Coach Pelfrey starting the seniors. Junior Clay was honored before the game. John Petway, Amadou Sila, and Biggie Goldman gets the start as well for Tennessee Tech.
And, you know, this is not a bad lineup. I think this is a pretty good lineup. Has two posts that give Sila and Goldman, so the problem is you don't have another backup post, so one of those two is going to have to come out pretty quick just for the rotation. Gives you 4 perimeter shooters. Sila's a heck of an athlete inside.
Starting lineup for UT Martin, led by the season ends.
When I look at the stats, Tech shoots the ball better, both from 2 and 3. Martin rebounds better. Martin makes a lot more fouls, but Tech's not a great free throw shooting team.
Tip controlled by the Skyhawks. We're off and running in the Eblin Center. Greg Renegard, Jeremy Trussell, Tavares Armour, your 3 officials tonight. Open, 3 on the way, that's through, courtesy of Bernie Andre.
Defensive breakdown, they had a high screen, and both players stayed on KJ Simon, unless that's what they intended to, and gave him the open shot.
Junior Clay, his response is short. Collected in the corner by Henderson.
Junior has a quick trigger, but he can score a lot in a bunch.
How about Andre, back-to-back bombs? UT Martin has 2 seniors, Bernie Andre and Darius Simmons. So they're playing in their last collegiate games. Andre off to a great start.
Tech is a little bit where they've had some bad games where they don't get started and have to come back, and it's awful tough.
One of the Golden Eagles seniors, Sila scores. Tech on the board.
If he could hit that shot, he might be all conference. He can hit it consistently.
So here's KJ Simon's first try. That pops free. Goldman on the glass.
Tech really likes to run, so.
And Davidson's floater short. Tip to UT Martin. Simon seizes it. Chris Nix. Could be the third 3. It's not. Simon missed the mark. And Tennessee Tech will take over.
And to push Sila where he had to fly out that far, you know he got pushed. They're looking hard for KJ Simon. When the post player got the ball, you could see him turning, just looking to see where Simon was. Not a bad shooter to look for.
Tennessee Tech going to the OVC tournament for the first time since 2017-18. Golden Eagles have won 4 of 6. Sila can't get the dunk, and Petway's out of bounds.
Dunk with some power. Dunk's nice, but you got to get it in.
Just saw a shot of the Golden Eagle bench. Daniel Ramsey, he will not be playing tonight. But as we mentioned for Tennessee Tech, there's nothing that can be gained in terms of a win. You're 7th regardless.
But you need momentum going into the tournament.
Nix rejected at the rim by Goldman. Petway dashes ahead. Goldman's first 3 is down.
Nice job by Petway, taking it all the way to the basket, finding the open trail for the 3.
Tech has countered with 5 straight after getting down 6-0. Simon searching for his first points. He loses it. Here come the Golden Eagles. Junior Clay step back, missed the mark. Petway trying to tip it. It goes to Simon. And another open 3. Doesn't drop. Missed by Henderson. The putback won't go Andre. Nix, the 3rd time's not the charm. Finally to the Golden Eagles.
Sometimes when you're senior, you're a little pumped up and trying to get a shot up too quick.
Davidson stripped. Simon all alone. Throws it down. The Bethune-Cookman transfer who started his career at Troy, one of the best scorers in the league, has his first 2.
That was an easy two.
Skyhawks had missed their last 6 from the floor. Tech's response was CeeLo rattles out. Simon secured the rebound. He'll try to go to work. Andre. He's got 6 early. Henderson pulls the trigger. Missed entirely. It will go to the Golden Eagles.
Hey, Martin crashes the boards.
It will also lead us to our first media timeout. Martin leads 8-5 early on in the Eblin Center. OVC.
They do a lot of things to get him the basketball. So Peck's got to do it. Right now, Petway's been guarding him. Has done a pretty good job except for that breakaway.
Golden Eagles about making adjustments inside.
Now, with having people on the bench hurt, they've got to have some people defend. Like right now, Goldman, who's in the game, will have to guard the center.
On the drive, it's Davidson, hung it short.
Tried to change his shot because of the block was coming. Couldn't put it in.
Only a 3 of 10 beginning for UT Martin. Bernie Andre hit 2 threes on their first 2 possessions. Only 1 basket since. Knicks, after that was altered by Goldman.
You know, sometimes you can block that shot before the shooter gets it up.
Henderson, 3 to shoot. Henderson will have to heave it up. Missed the mark.
Good defensive play, possession by Tech.
So here's Deontay Wood. Goldman's got 1. Goldman's got 2 threes.
I think he is a great catch and shoot shooter. Sometimes he doesn't shoot as well off the dribble, but if he's set and gets that good pass to him, that's money.
His final game in Cookeville, he has 6 of Tech's 8. KJ Simon. Andre with 5 to shoot. Wood the closeout, pulls the trigger anyway, side of the rim. Kenny White Jr. steps in a 1 and nails it.
Again, inside, outside passing.
6 straight for the purple and gold. It prompts a Ryan Ritter timeout. So with UT Martin,
when you got a lot of new players like Martin and like Tech, it's a lot tougher than when you got a veteran team coming back.
That's the first time that's happened, where a team has had no returners since Florida A&M in 2014-15. So definitely you rarely hear about something like that. All transfers or freshmen for the Skyhawk team.
Usually when there's a coaching changeover, there's some player changeover also.
Ryan Ritter was the head coach at Bethune-Cookman. They didn't play last year at all with COVID-19. Fadeaway jumper. That's begging by Simon.
They put Simon at high post, let him go one-on-one.
Goldman's got 2 threes. Missed it there, though.
So he wasn't quite set. He was moving. Needs to get himself set.
Golden Eagles on a mini 6-0 run to take a 3-point edge. Jeffries bounces Andre. 5 to shoot. Simon heaves it up. On the board, it's Goldman.
Good block out by Goldman.
Deontay Wood. And a foul. We'll have our first free throws tonight.
Tech has shot 416 free throws. Martin 330. That is a huge difference. So that could be a key to the game also.
Deontay Wood, his first season with the Golden Eagles. He has started each of the last 2 games after missing the previous 4. Each of the last 2 games before tonight. Overall has missed 7 games due to injuries this season.
Yeah, he's had a kind of an injury prone the first year. Plus the COVID makes it tough.
Redshirted at Alabama in 2018-19 season due to an injury.
Tech now presses 2-2-1, not to try to get the steal, but to slow them down. Didn't work.
8-0 run. Simon snaps it.
If you're in a 2-2-1, you got to make sure you're back.
Junior Clay looking for his first points, and he might get them at the free throw line.
I love players when they go, what? Me? Foul? And I've told you before, I had a kid named Greg Bibb. He'd knock you third row of the stands, and he'd come up, what? Me? I didn't touch him. But he was a great competitor. If you're listening, Greg Bibb, I still love you out there.
Junior Clay, his final game in Cookeville. A three-time All-OVC player who was 8th on the career scoring list in this program.
And that's saying a lot with some of the players that's come through Tennessee Tech. Tech is just a below-average free throw shooting team, and they've got one or two guys that just don't shoot them at all very well. That's tough to overcome.
Have his green shoes grown on you anymore?
None at all. I'm still old school.
You've got KK Curry the other way, UT Martin. He's got Junior Clay's same style. Lime green.
Oh, I'm almost colorblind. There's so many colors and shoes on the floor. But that's the way it is nowadays. Us old guys have to accept it.
Here's Curry with the green shoes under the basket. Fading, can't hit, was Grant Hurst, the 6'2 freshman.
Tech's coming running.
Corner, Trey White Jr., no sir. And we got a whistle with a foul. Josiah Morris called.
And that was a foul on the three. A little bit late whistle, but nobody's fussing. All the players or the coaches involved. So I kind of looked to see the shot and the rebound.
White Jr. coming off the bench tonight.
Here's a replay. Yeah, it got into him. Good call.
That is already the 4th Skyhawk foul. Tech has not committed one so far in about the first 8 minutes of this game.
And I said earlier tonight, it's tough for anybody to make 3 in a row. That's tough. Step up there and make those 3 shots.
This is the second game of our doubleheader coverage on ESPN+. The women's game preceded this one. Tennessee Tech won 61-51 against UT Martin.
Tech's now gone to a zone.
Simon's 3 doesn't budge. White climbs the ladder. Petway. And an errant pass he wanted Clay.
Yes, Petway should have taken that one and scored. He thought Clay was coming hard. Clay says, my fault. Sometimes you can be a little unselfish.
That'll lead us to the under 12. Tennessee Tech leading by 7. For a couple of years, Bethune-Cookman with Ryan Ritter last season. Remember, though, he didn't get to play last year because Bethune-Cookman opted out, did not play any games. At 16.8, good enough for second in the OVC.
Tech back in that zone. So they got to know where Simon is all the time.
Simon, he's open. Had some struggles, but the offensive board, the putback, that's Kim Wonga.
Again, if you're in a zone, sometimes you don't block out as well.
Junior Clay short on the 3. Sela secures and scores.
Good rebound. I think Junior might be pulling that trigger a little too quick. He's wanting to have a great game. Just let the game come to you. He's a great kid.
Tennessee Tech by 7.
Tech back man-to-man. They're switching.
KK Curry, a deep 2, scrapes the iron. Lengthy pass for Petway, and he throws it in.
Good job by Petway. He wanted to dunk. He saw he was a little far from it. He got the points. That's what counts. You can't leave Simon that open that much.
Hurst fouled by Clay.
Junior went for the steal, fouled him from behind.
So that'll be Grant Hurst, 6'2" freshman from Cleveland, Tennessee. Had a season-high 9 points January 29th at Belmont. Only 5 points the rest of his season against Division I opponents. Some Skyhawk injuries has forced him into more opportunities. That'll be called an offensive foul.
I'm not sure the guy had position, but Petway just put his shoulder down. When you drop that shoulder that way, no matter what, it's going to be a charge and should be.
About halfway through this first period. UT Martin was officially eliminated from the OVC tournament earlier today after SIUE won. Andre off the window.
Tough physical post play.
White's response hit the heel. Tip to the Skyhawks. Henderson's jumper can't pour it through. Stays Skyhawk possession.
I think Tech's pulling the trigger a little too quick. When they run their offense and then shoot, they're a really good shooting team. I'm not at practice, don't watch them, but that's just my impression here. Martin really working hard to get the ball to their shooter, and Tech's done a great job switching off to keep it from doing it. KJ's working really hard to get open. The one time Tech left him open, he missed it.
Henderson through the crowd. Nick's fading. Petway's got it for the rebound.
Goldman did a good job just staying strong, make him shoot over him.
John Petway won the OVC Newcomer of the Week award earlier in the week. He had been on an absolute surge, a quiet night on Thursday against TSU. Sela on Andre. Sela gets
nice
the bucket.
Move.
6 points in his final game in Cookeville. Bernie Andre, the first player tonight in double digits, now with an even 10.
Andre made a great head fake, got the defender off, took it to the basket and scored over him.
On the response by Davidson.
Nice give and go. Henderson's telling his teammates, you got to help me on that because I'm helping on that screen.
Nick's pass tipped. Davidson diving for it. Golden Eagles pick it up.
Great, great effort by Davidson.
Biggie Goldman spins out the triple try, and a crowd of Skyhawks. Nick's ultimately gets it at the 8-minute mark. KK Curry. The board by White. And a whistle. That'll lead us to the under 8 break. Tennessee Tech has hit 4 of the last 5 from the floor and leads by 8. They won in Martin mid-January.
You know, I look back at some of the stats. UT Martin's made 523 fouls compared to 430 for Tech. That's huge. And Tech's on the line has only made 2. Martin's made 5. Shot clock didn't start after all of that. So what do you do now? Do you go back and run off the time, which would punish Tech? They're going to look and see where. But if they take, I think it was a little more than that, but I'm sure Tech would take that. Martin's going to a little bit smaller lineup. When I say that, they got a 6'9" guy, Chris Nix, in there. I guess he just looked small next to Goldman. Martin's into a zone.
Amadou Sila, high off the glass.
Sila having the game and shooting the ball.
This on the heels of an 0 of 8 night shooting against Tennessee State. He's got 8 points already, 4 of 6 from the floor.
Sila, one of the best athletes, not just on Tech, but in the league. Good job doubling because Junior was in there getting posted up. They had to come help him. Did the same again, make them get it out.
Deep three, Henderson. A battle for the board. It will swing to Tennessee Tech direction. Goes against UT Martin with a foul.
Sometimes you foul more because you're really being aggressive, which is all good, but you've got to be aggressive without fouling. Tech did a good job defensively then because they had Junior Clay with a bigger kid on him, posting him up, and every time this man got the ball, Tech come and helped, made it get out. And then when it did get out, they rotated and got to the shooter.
Under the 7-minute mark of the first half. Deontay Wood lost the handle. Here come the Skyhawks. 3 ball missed badly by Morris. Tennessee Tech the other way, right back to Junior Clay. Davidson makes his move. Gathered his own miss. Davidson kicks it back to Clay. Unable to hit. Sila right over to Jeffries.
Martin's got numbers.
Jeffries, it was Davidson who poked it free.
He's got a hand on the ball.
And Davidson, little strong.
Davidson put that up because he thought he was getting fouled. Little racehorse basketball here.
Good pace as Andre comes up empty. Offensive board by Morris. Nice feed underneath. And you get the finish by Kamwanga.
If you missed 2 or 3 shots, you need an easy shot. Martin got one.
6'8" freshman David Kamwanga. Fading away and connecting Wood.
I've seen Wood several times. That's his best offense right there.
Golden Eagles back up to a double-digit advantage. This 10-point cushion's been the largest tonight. UT Martin has not led since this game was at 8-5.
I think the pace hurt Tech's defense a little bit. They got a little winded.
Morris pulls up, can't drain the jumper. Sila's got another rebound, his 4th. Deontay Wood. Junior Clay, nifty move, can't get the layup, but a blocking foul will be the call.
May have had better position than the call, but he was in that circle, that magic circle that makes it a block.
Junior Clay, who had a team-high 18 points in Thursday's tough loss, in which the Golden Eagles fell 92-56 to Tennessee State.
Junior hadn't shot the ball well from the perimeter, and you can see the play. You can see his heels were back on the line. Just one little part of your foot's got to be on it.
Tennessee Tech came into the weekend. If they had one out and SEMO needed to lose once, they did so today to Murray State, who capped off an undefeated OVC campaign. Could have finished 4th. Could have had a chance at a first-round bye. Instead, they will be locked into the 7th seed, and a first-round battle looms against Austin Peay. How important is it, though, for the Golden Eagles to go into the tournament with a better taste in their mouth?
It always helps you to get a win, have some confidence. Simon's been pretty quiet for Martin. He's such a big factor in the game.
Might have heard you, but he missed it. He has taken a lot of shots tonight, just 2 of 9. John Petway, the tip by Wood.
Great follow-up by Wood. Petway a little bit off balance, made a good shot at it. Martin needs a basket, need to set something up and get something good here.
Under the 4-minute mark. Skyhawks, one of the last 8 have gone down. Henderson, huge performance against Tech when the two teams met, and Martin finds courage, spins out the 3, and Davidson has it for the Golden Eagles. Deontay Wood. Lost it. Saved by Petway, though. White Jr. fading.
Again, a little bit one-on-one in his last 2 possessions, but White, both players thought they got fouled.
Henderson tries the baseline. The Cowley College transfer goes Kamwanga. The hook is short. Board by Goldman.
Goldman, again, is not guarded a post player, but really did well, staying on the ground, staying straight up.
Davidson. That'll be a whistle against the Golden Eagles after he missed it.
I think both teams are a little winded. A timeout is good here for both teams.
We're at the under 4. Tennessee Tech by a baker's dozen. Back to the hoop right after this.
And I'd talk about, hey, you know, these guys, this is your tournament game. Beat them and you say you can win your last game. Martin's not shooting the ball very well. Tech, you could say he's playing pretty good defense on them. And what's unusual, Tech's better shooters aren't shooting well, but other people are picking it up.
This team started 2-0 in the OVC, both road victories. It's Chris Nix, too much. Clay from the corner, buries it.
Yeah, that was a textbook fast break. Great outlet pass. Here comes Martin right back.
Henderson's try goes down.
Oh, and everybody wanted a call blocking or charging. Both coaches up.
Sela for 3.
Oh, that's way out of his range. He plays so hard, though.
That's his first 3 attempt all season.
Might have been dangerous if he'd have made that one.
Stepping back, Simon. The cold streak continues for one of the best scorers in the OVC. Just a 2 of 10 start. Deontay Wood thought about it.
A little bit of a mismatch here on Petway. They got to come double, though.
Left it short, but Sela got the board.
You got to like that Sela.
Junior Clay way out there.
Off, yeah.
Look at Petway, though. Now Wood gets blocked. Skyhawks finally get it. Henderson can't put it home. Eventually, though, gathered his own miss. Extra feed for the corner. Trey Curry. Tech took a timeout.
He wants to say we didn't play defense on that possession. You know, when you're in the lead, you got to play how the lead got you.
Win earlier today, a 12-point nod at Eastern Illinois. Tennessee State lost by 20 at Belmont. Those teams both finished 8-10. They split the season series. So you go to your record, the top of the standings. What did you do against Murray State, who won? They both lost. You continue to go so on and so forth. It ended up being the tiebreaker what they did against Tennessee Tech. State won both. Austin Peay split. So State gets the 5 seed. Petway, no look. Woods' patience.
Oh, there's a lot of contact on that shot.
Junior Clay picks it up. Junior Clay behind the back. Wood, no. Petway saves it. Chaotic possession remains Golden Eagle basketball. And White Jr. scores.
White just took it in there. And I think Coach wanted them to hold it for a last-second shot. And I didn't see it. Tech get the ball back. Junior Clay make a play.
And it ends up going right back to Tennessee Tech. There's Ryan Ritter.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened there. Junior Clay, I know, was involved in it because he was down there.
So Tech will have another chance. John Petway for three.
Not his game, but he had to shoot it.
And that will wrap up half number one. Tennessee Tech on senior night. The Golden Eagles leading 13 at intermission. We're at the half.
I've never had a basketball player that didn't think they could shoot a three. And I used to tell them, yeah, you can shoot it, but I want makers.
Just tie a ribbon on the Murray State undefeated. They're one of 6 teams ever in the OVC to go undefeated in league play. A couple of Western Kentucky teams, in fact, 3 of them, 49-50, 65-66, 69-70. Austin Peay did it 03-04, and Murray State with Cam Payne did it 14-15.
Martin starting out in the zone. Tech's trying to screen the zone.
To the corner, Goldman rises and connects on the three.
If you notice Petway, it was just a quick pass. He knew what he was open, but he knew a better shooter was in the corner.
Goldman's got 9. Got the start on senior day, his 8th start of the season.
Tech switching every screen. Ends up Junior Clay on a mismatch, but Petway comes to help to get it out of there.
Jeffries to the basket, and we'll go to the line now.
I didn't hear the whistle, but it was a foul. And I saw the referee with his hands up.
Did not see a whole lot of UT Martin free throw attempts. 1 of 3 in the first stanza.
Kind of been their pattern for the year, too.
8th in minutes played, Jeffries. UAB transfer. Absorbing the contact. Petway's second foul.
Martin is now in a 2-2-1 full court press, dropping back into a zone. Just try to slow Tech down. And we talked about during timeout, the first 5 minutes could be really big if Tech could increase that lead or if Martin can get back in it.
Goldman, another open look, this time sent it strong. The other way, Nix to the corner. That three spins out. It's another miss by Simon. Now 0 of 5 from three-point range, 2 of 11 overall. Clay makes his march on a wild try.
Officials are letting a lot go on the drive, and Clay's got to understand that. Got a mismatch on Clay, but the switch comes back to give it better size.
There's Andre. Henderson's quick trigger, pours in the three.
Good pass out of the double team.
Career high 18 when the two teams met in Martin.
Tech needs to answer
That's
to get them out of the zone.
Ball movement goes Davidson, who can't get it to go.
Petway might have should have taken that shot, even though Davidson's one of the best three-point shooters.
Jeffrey wraparound pass, and Nix gets it to go. And a timeout. The Golden Eagles will stop the action, will step away as well. Martin has cut it within single digits early second half.
Relax with that 13-point lead. You know, they've had games where they've lost that, so they should be aware this could happen. they've got to solve this zone too. They were able to get it to Petway in the middle, and he become a passer, which he's very unselfish. But I'm not sure with not hitting threes that you don't need to take it down. Now Martin's in a more of a 2-3 than a difference.
Short by White. Stays Golden Eagles.
That's a tough shot he shot him. He was open. If he'd move a little bit, he'd have that glass to take it off of.
Junior Clay, an open chance. Andre lost the handle, trying to save was Wood. It ends up with the Skyhawks.
And Martin's got numbers.
On a 7-0 run. Chris Nix, it's blocked by Goldman. You got to give UT Martin credit, not playing for a bid in the OVC tournament. Down 16, they end up on this run.
I think they've come out with a little more emotion.
That'll be a foul against Tech. Kenny White.
Teams sometimes have a tendency, if they're not hitting shot, to let up on defense. Should be just the opposite. You got to play better defense if you don't score. I think Martin right now is playing with some confidence.
Andre's final collegiate game, he gets it to drop.
And that was good post defense. He just made a tough shot.
The former Big Sky Newcomer of the Year during his days at Northern Arizona.
Tech needs a basket.
He's
got to
got
move the ball
points
against that zone.
And now Martin called for the foul.
I love it when these players put their hands up and say, I was straight up. And if you look, their body's just knocking the guy down. Tech really needs a basket.
9 straight Skyhawk points. Deontay Wood snaps it with authority.
Great pass.
Wide open. Henderson, bullseye.
Martin's got finding the range. Down to a 6-point game.
Trailed by as many as 16. Deontay Wood, another dunk.
That worked. Let's do it again. Tech's in the zone also.
KJ Simon through the crowd scores.
Yeah, like I say, Martin, you let them hang close. They're beginning to feel it. No pressure on Martin.
Woods had the last 2. After the Goldman fake. Clay lines it up. Sends it home.
That was great teamwork. A lot of open pass shots. Kept moving the ball to get a wide open one. Now Tech's got to pick the defense up. Now Tech goes back, still in the zone. Martin's picking that zone apart. Working it good. Cross-court passes, in-out passes.
KJ Simon is able to connect again.
Putting Simon in the middle on it.
Back-to-back buckets for the 6'3 junior.
Well, Tennessee Tech needs to answer until their defense gets better.
2 teams have combined. They haven't missed on their last 7 attempts. Will it continue? Goldman comes up empty.
It was a good open shot against the zone. You got to get a stop against them. Martin wants to keep it going.
Nix down low. Almost lost it. Able to spin it through.
Yep, just backed in. Goldman's telling the referee, he just backed me under there. What am I supposed to do?
5-point game. Skyhawks have hit their last 5 tries from
Martin's
the floor.
going man-to-man.
Clay with 8 to shoot. Oh, what a feed. There's Goldman who gets fouled.
Good cut, good to the basket. Need to use the backboard when you're getting fouled.
Biggie Goldman will head to the free throw line. We'll see what the big fella does when we return.
First half is 7 for 9, 2 for 3 from the three. And I think that's a little bit of indication as Tech didn't come out with the look in their eyes like Martin did.
Goldman now in double digits and even 10. And here's the foul.
Tech's got to do something if they let Martin score at this pace. Now Tech goes to a 2-3. Wide open in the middle.
Simon is certainly heating up. He's hit on his last 3. Give him 10 points.
Look for Tech to go back to man at some point.
It's the closest it's been. Deontay Wood, he's got 3 straight makes. One of the keys to the game coming in, Simon's success.
Tech is staying with the zone.
He has the handle here. Henderson's pass, the reverse is home by Kamwanga. Again, it's down to 4. White, his step back 3, and the board by Andre. Once down 16, the Skyhawks have cut it to a 1-possession game. 4 straight makes for KJ Simon.
And 10 of 12 this half. Tech calls a very much needed timeout. Looked like they're cheating a little bit on Simon in the zone, which leaves a hole.
Double buys, Moorhead and SEMO, the single buys. Tennessee State will play SIUE, Austin Peay, and Tennessee Tech. That's your OVC tournament.
Well, we've got a basketball game for 12 minutes, but again, Tech's got to solve this zone, and they got to stop Martin from scoring. Silla's going to be open in the middle, but I'm not sure he can score there.
From the corner, Goldman hits.
Again, a catch and shoot. He's really good. Now Tech's got to start, and they're going man-to-man.
Second most points Biggie Goldman has had this season.
You get a team going, though, sometimes it's hard to take them out.
They don't get the bounce, and it will go to the Golden Eagles.
Good defense change by Coach Pelfrey. Something's not working, you just get away from it.
Skyhawks had made 8 straight field goals, as you mentioned, 10 of 12 in the second half.
I was mostly man-to-man. Occasionally I'd have a team still in the zone. Somebody hit a jump shot, I'd get out of it. Didn't take but one.
Here goes Deontay Wood. This time finesse and a chance for 3.
Deontay did a great job then because he was going to dunk it. The guy jumped out there and he stopped and just laid it up off the glass.
How difficult is that to do? That seems tough.
It's just one of those things that you got to react. I mean, you can't think a lot in basketball. Your reactions have got to determine your play.
That's the 3rd foul, Jeffries. Wood's got 14 points, 7 boards, 3 assists, and cashes in the free throw.
All right, Tech's back man-to-man, so let's see if Martin can keep the offensive flow that they had.
Four straight makes for Simon. Contact, and he'll go to the line.
You got Simon turned on now. He's being much more aggressive on offense.
First free throw attempts upcoming for Simon. A 69% free throw shooter.
Well, as he shoots, I'm a little surprised he's not better than that.
We mentioned it earlier with UT Martin. 2 road wins to start OVC play to get to 2-0. That's the first time they did that in the Division I era since 1992, transition to D1. Just 2-13 since then. They played Murray as tough as anyone has in the OVC. Junior Clay rejected. It took Murray a bucket with 10 seconds left to take the lead. And Simon missed a 3 at the buzzer that would have won the game.
Wow.
It was last Saturday.
And if I were Murray's coach, I'd say that prepares us for tournament basketball.
Racers capped off the undefeated OVC season. Wood missed the mark. Andre the board.
If Tech can get their intensity back on defense, if Martin can keep it rolling.
Simon missed on that try. Junior Clay spins through the crowd and a foul.
I think they bailed Junior out on that when he got so far under. I'm not sure he could have made that shot.
2 of 4 at the line, Junior Clay.
In a game like this, you have to make the free throws. Silla's been quiet this half.
Had that big 8-point, 5-board first half. Jeffries, that's his 4th foul. So he'll exit with KK Curry, the South Alabama transfer and former teammate of John Petway, now in. Repossession, Golden Eagle edge. Andre spins and scores.
Good job spinning. He got Petway too far over. Drop step, took it to the basket.
14.
Somebody's got to come help on Tech on that kind of play.
He's got 14 to tie Simon the most. Deontay Woods 15. That's a season high, rather, for him. As Clay with the finish.
He can make that kind of play.
So impressive. Andre, this time goes on Wood. Another spin, another score.
Somebody's got to go in there and get that out of his hand.
Clay, this time doesn't get it to drop. Here comes Henderson. Goes Andre. He's had the hot hand, but he missed from distance.
Both teams kind of playing even, but keeping Martin in striking distance.
Davidson gets it to drop.
Good control.
Got a whistle. Looks like Petway might be a little bit banged up.
Petway earlier on, one of those timeouts, you could tell he was a little bit injured. Going in the training room with the coach or with the trainer.
Hopefully we see him some point in the near future. Skyhawks, who won't be in the OVC tournament, giving Tech a heck of a fight. Down 7, and KK Curry gets tripped up.
Martin's drawing fouls this half, too. They're doing a lot of things well.
Quick 3, Henderson. That's blocked by Clay. Lengthy feed. Davidson for Sela. Missed it, though. Davidson tips it in.
Good job following that for Davidson.
Now Andre rises. It's Cash from the top. 6-point game. Timeout, Martin. We'll take it as well. We got 8 minutes left in Cookeville. Golden Eagles by 6. Murray, obviously, the favorite, undefeated. You got Belmont there.
Tell you, OVC, the favorite's not won that the majority of the time. Martin's found a good combination with Simon outside and Andre inside. Tech's got to solve that defensively, or they got to score a better rate than they are.
Here's White. And he hits.
Now, Tech is back in man-to-man. They've got to do something to keep the ball out of the post. Got a bad mismatch there. Tech gets it double-teamed.
Simon gives way for Henderson.
There again, they got the double, got Clay in there.
Andre through the crowd.
Clay let him around him while he was getting help from the top side.
Amadou Sila fading, strong. Andre the rebound.
Sila needs to take it to the basket, not away. Here comes Martin.
So it'd be a big three. KK Curry missed it. Eddie White Jr. the rebound.
Martin keeps knocking on the door, but yet has not entered it.
White Jr. There's the rebound by Kamwanga.
Only trouble sometimes with the quick shot is you got nobody on the offensive glass.
In Bernie Andre's last collegiate contest, got 21, second most points this season. 8 boards as well. He's got the possession, and he gets fouled.
Sella reached. Sometimes on defense you can get a little bit trying to do too much also to stop them. Got to depend on your team on both ends. Martin's certainly playing good team offense right now.
First foul, Sela, team's 5th. Quick trigger, Simon off the side of the rim. Davidson on the handle. He rises and spins it through.
Boy, he's got great mid-range jump shot.
8 points tonight. The Tech lead is 8.
Martin keeps knocking on the door. Tech keeps answering just enough to keep them outside of it. 6 minutes. I still think we've got a heck of a game to come to the end here.
Andre's attempt goes begging. Board by White. Here come the Golden Eagles.
Coach Pelfrey getting it set up, whatever they want.
Junior Clay puts it in.
That's called an ankle breaker. Jeffries did a pretty good job recovering, but he went and almost fell. Now, Martin needs a basket.
What a move, and then the finish. Can Andre deliver? Does not. White another rebound.
Not a great shot selection. Tech slows it down to use the clock some. Pelfrey gets it set up for his team again. Got 3 people on the baseline.
Davidson. Wrap around there, Sela, and a foul.
Sela wanted to dunk it. Now, Sela really played well early in the half. He's not a great free throw shooter. It's time to prove this old guy wrong.
.7 boards in his final game, Cookeville.
2 players tried to check in. They can't check in until after the free throw. Needs a second rebounder in there because Sela's not a great free throw shooter. Leaving Goldman by himself in there.
One for two.
That's good.
So the Tennessee Tech lead is back up to a dozen. Andre, pump fake, glides to the goal and scores.
Should have had a charge there rather than trying to block it.
23 tonight.
Tech's going to use a little bit of the clock. Now, when you do that, it means that you end up maybe having to take a little tougher shot. Petway better get out of the lane.
Petway's attempt goes down.
Coach Pelfrey looked like he was playing on that one, wanting them to play defense.
I think he had a couple buckets still.
He hit a bunch when I coached at Kentucky against them one time.
And the response right there, that's Jeffries.
Yeah. Coach wanted one miss. But, hey, Martin's doing what they got to do to stay in it. Still, the Tech can't quit scoring, but they need to use the clock because there's the double team coming.
Kenny White Jr., spot on.
Sometimes if you double team, it leaves the shooter open. Time's getting to be of essence, so Martin's got to start trying to get a shot up a little quicker. They need to make it and play some pressing defense.
Nick's under the basket, and a foul.
Goldman thought he got all ball there. But the player never makes a foul.
Never. 76-63. Final media timeout here in the Eblin Center. I
haven't heard much. I wondered.
Yeah, Trey was telling me there was a road game. I think Wright State maybe. And it was like the first win for the Tech managers in like 3 years.
You got to recruit a player for your manager.
Well, Tennessee Tech, we know next Wednesday they're going to play Austin Peay. Both of the meetings were split with each team winning on the road. In fact, the Golden Eagles won by 4 in Clarksville last Saturday. It went right down to the wire in that game.
Tech needs to not turn it over and make free throws because they're going to get pressed and they're going to get fouled.
They've led by as much as 16. UT Martin cut it to 2. The Golden Eagles now up 12.
Play keep away and they can't foul you.
Contact. And it'll be White to go to the line.
Again, these have been a good officiating crew, but right in front of us there was a foul. Martin did intentionally, even though it wouldn't have been called intentionally. And everybody almost stopped playing. White almost got the layup because everybody thought the foul was going to be called.
14 points now for Kenny White Jr. Amadou Sela comes back in for Goldman.
Coach is playing a little offense and defense. Sela the best defender. Goldman's a better free throw shooter and an offensive player. Well, not over yet, but Martin needs a basket as they come down and need to try to get some quick shots like this one.
3, Henderson pops up out, and now the layup by Andre.
Get your offense set up. They got it inbound so much. Tech was lucky they didn't get trapped.
How about Bernie Andre's last collegiate game? He's got 25, a season best. One away from a career high that he set while he was playing at Northern Arizona.
Right. We said a while ago, they got to make free throws and not turn it over.
Keyshawn Davidson. With 2 makes, he will become the 5th different Golden Eagle in double digits tonight.
when this Golden Eagle team from Tennessee Tech's playing well, I wouldn't want to play them in the tournament now. They've not been consistent.
It's the old cliche that we hear so many times in all sports, professional, collegiate. It's not always the best team, but the hottest team. Now, no one's hotter than Murray, who hasn't lost, it feels like, since 2022. But Tennessee Tech has one if they end up winning this game, 5 of 7 after losing 6 in a row.
And just you can make all kind of excuses with the coach having COVID, the COVID protocol. Tech's pressing, probably dropping back to a zone. The zone helped Martin earlier. Martin needs to get a shot up. Clock's against them. There's what they needed.
And there's foul. KJ Simon. From a UT Martin perspective, a team not going to the tournament, we made the note earlier that the only team out of 358 Division I basketball that did not have a returner. A new coach. He has all these new players. How important is that from that first season with this many newcomers to that second?
It is, and any success you have, you can build on. Obviously, they'd rather win tonight, but they gave a great effort, even if I still think there's a lot of basketball. And again, Tech can't turn it over. They got to make free throws. If they do that, the time's going to be awful tough on Martin. But Martin's scoring when they need to try to keep a chance in there. Good job by Goldman. Clock's more in their favor than play keep away. Now, don't let a guy foul you unless you're a good free throw shooter.
It's Junior Clay's Golden Eagle career starting to wind up. He'll have the first chance to play in an OVC tournament game, though, in his career.
Yeah, and that's big. And playing in Tech has so many young players coming back. Playing in a tournament is a good experience.
Hadn't been since 2017-18. The first year that the OVC tournament was in Evansville. The other meeting against Austin Peay in Cookeville. Austin Peay led by 20 with about 12 minutes left. Tech ended up only losing by 3. It went right down to the wire ultimately. Comeback bid stalled.
Two good teams. Tech hopes they get their center back.
Daniel Ramsey, that is a big injury right now. Jeffries, no. Tip to Goldman. And then a foul. Free throw time for the Golden Eagles.
Dylan, I've got to say, you've got one great crew working with you guys. You're one of the best young professionals in the United States. And the camera guys, you know all the names and the right people, but they are fantastic.
Kaylee Selby, producing for all season long, new to Tennessee Tech Athletics, has done just an outstanding job. All these graphics, all these packages, the work ethic. I mean, without her, these productions have improved so much, and so much thanks to her.
Free throw.
12-point game. Oh, nice move. There's Jeffries. And then a foul.
Watch out. Thought he was going to hit the guy in the head. Just throwing it to the official.
Tonight, Josiah Jackson directing, Lexi Wilson on replay, Kevin Stevens graphics. A lot of those openings all season long of like shots of Cookeville, those drones, that's Josiah Jackson. Those are nice.
They are nice. Again, free throws for Tech. That's what they need to do, make them. I had WCTE, our local station, made me a couple of highlight films when I was coaching. One of them, they come across the arena with a plane going silent. I mean, it was just real quiet. Then all of a sudden it clicked to about 5 dunks of a big crowd right in the road. But your girl is really, really good, really talented. I'll have to get her a plane next year.
Yeah, we'll fly the plane in for the openings.
And that might have been the nail in the coffin, that turnover. It was going to be tough anyway. Another one we did good. We had our custodian, Mike Magdalena, pull his cart right down the middle, looking around in an empty arena, kind of like a magician, did his hand up. Then all of a sudden we're playing.
And then sounds like we gotta get you more involved in the creative side of some of the openings.
Well, I wasn't the creator. I just agreed to let somebody who was.
Well, we know Tennessee Tech is going to the OVC tournament. It looks like they're going to get this one to go 5-2 over the last 7. What do you think makes the Golden Eagles dangerous for a potential run in the OVC tournament?
Well, you know, when you go all season, they've had great games against really good people. I mean, they played Tennessee down the wire. They played Belmont down the wire the first time. They played Murray a good game. You go back, they played a tough schedule. Sometimes I think they play to the level of their competition. But if they're shooting the ball well, they can play with anybody. It'd be nice to get their center back.
Down to the final minutes, Simon ends up working hard to get a bucket.
Simon started off slow, ended up with 16 points, I think.
And again, how about his last game? Bernie Andre goes out with 25 points, a season best, one off a career high. That's the way to cap off a career.
That is the way to top off a career.
Double-double, too, 25 and 11. Don't want to shortchange him.
And UT Martin, under Coach Ritter, they're really playing hard with really nothing to play for. It's at the last game. Last game on the road, not at home. I guess when they had their home game, they didn't know if that was the last game or not. Yeah.
Simon, step back, nails it.
Got it to 19. You say why they're fouling. If they miss these, that's 4 possessions. You can get it down, get a shot up in 4 or 5, get another foul like that, hope they miss it. Don't give up till you just know it can't happen.
And Bernie Andre has picked up his 5th foul, so his career comes to a close with a monster night of 25 and 11.
And, buddy, the second half, Andre's the reason that Martin come back and knocked on the door to win this ball game.
Seven of 8 at the line, White Jr. He's got 17 to tie Deontay Wood. Deontay Wood at Tennessee Tech best in his season with 17.
It's been Tennessee Tech all year. You never knew, other than you knew Junior Clay was going to score. But everybody else could get double figures. Everybody else could get 20.
Fading. Henderson, no. Shot clock turned off.
And I believe Martin said that's it. He'll come down and stand on this end.
I think White Jr. wanted it for a second, and Clay's not giving that up. This is his final time at Cookeville.
Junior Clay smiling with White. He's really enjoying this one.
I think it's pretty fitting that he'll dribble it out right here.
Yep.
Coach, it's been a pleasure all season long.
It has been. To work with you is a real pleasure.
Junior Clay's going to shoot it and miss it.
Yeah.
And
if
that'll
he'd
do
have made
it.
that, I don't know about it.
Yeah, that'll do it. Tech wins it 88-75.
It has been fun. I enjoy every game with you. In a few games, you had to carry the load.